the transition was not easy. It was such a time of, you know, trying to kind of figure out how do you make a new government with people who were very educated and everything, but who were not necessarily prepared for these jobs. It was kind of an interesting time to be around. And I remember, for example, one of the people that I interpreted for, or I interpreted for a press conference and then for a meeting of his, when Lithuania became its own country, separating from the Soviet Union, which actually happened while we were in Czechoslovakia running towards our first free elections in June of 1990. And they elected the first president, and his name was Vytautas Landsbergis, and he was a musicologist, and he was really not, you know, he was like Havel, who was a playwright, you know, he was not necessarily being groomed for years to be president. He was a dissident musicologist, and he came to Prague, and it was like you were talking to these people who were still had one foot in a different world, and one foot they were about to step on the world stage, and it was very emotionally charged in a way, and you were kind of operating on this very raw kind of energy, and also you knew that these were people that you knew, at least in the Czech environment. I knew many of these people because they were friends of my family or friends of my family, and you know, we knew them from this underground, you know, but like dissident environment where we were in the opposition, and all of a sudden the opposition becomes the ruling party. It's a little bit, it's a little difficult, and not everybody can make that transition. And I will never forget that, for example, one of the people that I think is one of the smartest people who in that group has never really emerged to be any great political figure in Czechoslovakia, Jan Urban. And I remember very early on thinking, oh my God, why didn't he run for president? I was working with my friend Peter Green, who we were together having a beer with Jan Urban and a couple of other people, and somebody said to Urban, you know, why aren't you running for like something, you know? And he said, you know, I don't do well in those jobs. He said, I think you know, I have a disposition for the opposition, is exactly what he said actually, and I just can't. I don't feel like I can change. So it was very interesting.